And it'll take 13 days, starting from City Beach in Perth and finishing at Bondi Beach in New South Wales. So it's an average of about 300 kilometres a day. I've tried to stagger it, so some of the longer days in the Nullarbor, just short of 400. Some of the days going up through the Blue Mountains are sort of just over 2. So average just over 305 kilometres a day for 13 days, no breaks, no rests. Managers who knew I'd been ill probably got why. It was good to have a focus. They all thought I was a little bit nuts. The people that obviously weren't necessarily aware of the background, a lot of them, even still now, don't necessarily take it that seriously. Some of them seem to be having a pull on what day I'll die on and by what means. Ultimately, when they realise that I am actually doing it, really, really supportive. We're an Australian-based charity that they help about 3 million people in Australia. So it's roughly an eighth of the population that's affected by anxiety or depression. And the difficult things about those diseases or those illnesses are that, unlike a physical ailment, like a cancer or diabetes or anything like that, they're still very taboo. People don't like to speak about them. If you suffer from diabetes, you're fine telling your boss. But if you're a manager or you're a director and you suffer from depression, you don't want people second guessing your decision making skills or prowess. So it's things that people don't share very much. There's also things that people don't necessarily recognise that they have within themselves. They might just know that they're unhappy or they're not functioning as they should do, but don't actually recognise that all the symptoms mean that their entire decision-making process is fundamentally flawed on some point because of that. So trying to not just raise awareness of it, but make it easier for people to talk about it and to say, I suffer from depression, it's managed, it's fine, it's not a big deal, and for people to be comfortable with that is a huge step forward. And there's a few celebrities like Stephen Fry, quite famously suffer from sort of bipolar disorder and depression, and happy to talk about it, but a lot of people it's still very much sort of brushed under the carpet. So I thought that if I started talking about it and I started sort of raising awareness with just the people that I know and other people start to do the same, hopefully it will have a knock-on effect and it will become less of a taboo subject. My employer was great, both from a business point of view and my immediate manager. So it was actually having only recently moved to Australia when I sort of became ill. It was my line manager that I went to when things got out of control. It was him that actually took me into hospital in the first place. And I had several of my managers come and visit me. I ended up staying in hospital for a little while. They come and visited me. I had other managers ring me up and check on me. Really helped me back into work, really helped me sort of counsel and coach through it. So, and it was something that I didn't expect, and I think that was one of the big things for me, is that if you give people a chance, actually, it's amazing how sort of generous they can be with their time and how much they can surprise you. But again, you don't necessarily think that's going to be their reactions. But yeah, Interpro and the managers that they had were absolutely fantastic and literally made a huge difference to my life. Interpro have been excellent. They've arranged for the support vehicle and given me and Richard the time off to do it. Brits are the supplier of the vehicle, and they've given us a really good discount because they've recognised it was for charities. That's been great, and already people have started to sort of donate online. We're up to sort of well over $1,000 already, and we haven't really started to kind of push it yet because I wanted to wait till near at the time. So the two main ways that people can really help is they can go onto the fundraising page and donate online. The other way is when I get back, Interpro are organising a welcome home party, which will be at the Bucket List down on Bondi Beach at 6 PM on Friday the 13th. Friends, family, colleagues, everyone else is sort of welcome down there to obviously welcome me back across the finish line or limp across the finish line. Technically it won't finish until my little toes are in the sea, because I need to hobble down the beach and do that, at which point I may have a little weep. But yeah, that'll be it, and then I'll be enjoying my first beer for about 3 months.